All right, everybody, it's guitar time, and we're going to do a tune in G. You can't go wrong in G, from the Sweet Brothers back in the 1920s. They got together with Ernest Stoneman. He kind of rallied them in for a recording session, and they did a bunch of classics. And this is maybe a little lesser played, but it's a good one. I'm going to Marry That Pretty Little Girl in the key of G. We'll get Erynn to play it for us a couple times, and then we'll work through it. It's one where we can kind of outline the melody on all the parts a little bit, which is a good technique, and I think that's what we'll try to do this time.
Great little tune, too.
Okay. Thank you, Erynn.
You bet.
That sounds good.
Anytime, guitar players.
All right, appreciate it. Well, I'll scoot over into the guitar seat, and we're in the key of G, and I think you could tell how I was outlining the melody. Mainly is my goal there, and we can kind of do that in the low territory or in the high territory. So we'll try both of those, I think, and we may discover a new way to do it as we go there. So the first part there. One thing is good to know when you're backing up a fiddle tune. It's kind of nice to know what note of the chord the melody's on. Let's just think about G for a second. And we got the root there, the 1, the 3, and the 5. And then the octave G there. So we're in G. So 1, 3, 5, and an octave. And I'm going to go ahead and point out one note that's in this tune a lot. Is going to be when you have that drony note, right there, that D, if you go up a whole step, the 6th notch is kind of a minor sound or a jazzy note. That's the 6th notch, and I call it the traveling note. So that's going to be in one of the parts a lot. So 1, 3, 5, 6. So try that one time with some strums. Just 3, 5, and the 6, and then the octave. We've done that before, kind of the happy boogie, I call it. So the melody of this first part starts on the drony D there. So the first part, the melody. So what I did in the first part, I'm gonna just hit that D string, the 4th string, and then the 5th string B note. The melody goes back and forth. We're gonna do it 3 times, and then we're gonna have a little turnaround. You could just go, or just walk. You could do a little. You could do double up on it, or just walk up to it. It's a D chord, a quick D. So the first part, we're just going to go 4th and the 5th. Just kind of outline the melody 3 times. And we'll just do, that'll be our first part for a minute, kind of keeping it simple. Try that a few times. First part, I'm going to marry that pretty little girl. The fiddle's got a little more movement, but this is pretty much the outline, the skeleton. We try a little double up. Nice. Now the second part, we get into that nice little traveling note there, 5, 6 in the octave. Try that a few times, just the D, E, and a G note, and a strum. And if you're not playing those low notes, you don't have to keep those fingers down there. You could, but I kind of try not to put fingers down unnecessarily. If I'm not picking those strings, I just let my fingers kind of dance around where I need them to. So that's going to start the second part. And I think what I'm going to do is slide up into a little, like a small F chord. You can see that maybe, so just going into that, so traveling note, strum, and then slide up to a little small F, 3 strings, 4th fret, and borrowing the 3rd fret on the first 2 strings, a little slide. So that'll be the start of the second part. Traveling note, walk, strum, and then get that little 3 small F chord and picking the 3rd string. First time I'm sliding, then I just kind of pick it again. We're going to do that again, walk, and this time it's going to go to a D chord. Just do a pick strum, or you can do some kind of little different walk similar to the first part. So the second part's going to be something like that. The second time though, it goes back to ba 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 bum. So we're going to go back to our first theme. We're going to start out. Here's the first time through of the second part. Some kind of D back to G. And then we're going to go up to that same slide. But this time I'm going to go down to that G note there. You can do it on the 4th string, 5th fret, or just the open string. And then we'll get back to our little drony note, the 4th and the 5th, and the ending phrase. So the whole second part will be something like this. Here I go, 1, 2, here I go. Traveling walk. Small F chord, traveling note, D back to G. Traveling note and the small, and I get the G note, and the 4 and the 5 and the walk to G. Good. The third part, we'll put it all together here in a second. The third part is really, we can play it low or play it high. We'll try low first. It's got some high. So we can just do that low G a couple times and a little slide like that. And then I want to do something, it's nice to do something to distinguish each part. So I think on this one I did kind of one of my favorite kind of walks. So it's going to be just outlining the chord first, this 3rd fret, 6th string, that little B note, and then we're going to keep going bluesy walk, 3, 4. On the 5th string, and then open 4th string and the 4th fret, and then the G string. So it's going to be like this, the third part. Low bass twice with strum, and then a little slide on the 1 to 2 on that 5th fret, 5th string, 2nd fret, sorry. So it's going to be twice, slide, low note, and then the long, and a strum. Do it again. Second time, I might just do the D chord and a strum, because we got to be ready to go back to that first part. So let me do all 3 parts for you one time, and then we'll vary that. Maybe we'll vary the third part a little bit, play it high and see what happens there. So really, it's nice to be able to. Most tunes you can kind of have similar things an octave higher and see if they work or not. You don't want to, if it seems like it's more trouble than it's worth, it's probably good to not do it. But so let's try all 3 parts. 1, 2, 4th string, and the 5th twice, 3 times. One more time. Ending phrase. 3 times. The traveling walk, small F chord with a slide. Coming up, stay low, low twice, and a slide, slide, low, the long. 2 G one more time. Slide low, no. D chord starting over. First part. So we're outlining it pretty good. Second traveling note, second bar. So we're going to try that high. Let's see, it'd be that. Right? And maybe instead of, we're kind of high already, so you could try some kind of descending along. Let's see what we could find there. If I went to, if you kept it pretty, but if you wanted bluesy, let's see. So let's try doing this, going 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the D kind of note there. And I like going that D string, the 5th string open. So let's try that. So there, so I'm doing the high. So we got that instead of low, G slide, G, we'll do it up high. So it's right? So that would be nice. And what you could do, even as you start trying different things, you get more ideas. I'm thinking I could play it low one time and play it high one time. So let's see what that sounds like. Third part. I like that. Then you're back to the first part. And you get ideas as you go, say, right? So I'll do that third part one more time with the low and the high. And then you got a good idea. I'll do the whole thing one more time. So third part, starting low, 1, 2, here I go. Low twice and a slide, long walk. Bluesy stuff in there. Now stay high with a slide. First part. Try vary your walks. Right, then you got traveling walk and slide twice. D and a G. And down to that first phrase. And what we just did, low twice. Long walk. Stay up high. Oh, I think that's pretty fun. I like playing it low and then playing high. And remember, you can get the tuning check. You can play that the 3rd string open, but you might want to go on up and get that 4th string 5th fret. You can do hammers or slides. And notice the difference. That open 3rd string sounds very different than this. And my strumming, I would strum just the first 2 strings, you know. And you can have it open even. Keep it barred. You got a lot of choices there. The open strings ring more, but the fretted strings, you got a little more control over, you know, how much ring you want there. So anyway. So just practice going up and down with your chords a little bit there, so that you know, and try open strings, try fretted strings, and try to vary your walks as you go. Anyway, I'm going to marry that pretty little girl from the Sweet Brothers. A very cool tune, and maybe not played as much as some of the others, so maybe you can spread that around a little bit. I hope you enjoy playing that on the guitar, backing up fiddlers or mandolins or whatever there, banjos. It's all good. So see you next time around. Thanks so much.